I think if the word had gotten out that Shay were painting her house, a lot of people would just show up to help her. So, but I was surprised when I sent some invitations to folks that I really thought should know about this, like Shay's oldest, dearest friend, Shirley Ewing here in Boise, Idaho. And honestly, I get an email back saying I wouldn't miss it. Well, I'm coming with Bonnie, and I couldn't believe it. And then Shay's closest cousin, Ruth from Chicago, says I'm getting on a plane. I'll be there for an hour or two, and she's back at LaGuardia this afternoon. So I'm touched, and I'm really touched. And as I look around, I see people in this group from Mexico and Kenya and the Netherlands, and it says an awful lot about Shay. Shirley wrote a poem for Shay in those final days early last year. And our nephew Christopher put Shirley's words to music, and I'm going to ask Christopher if he would sing that for us right now.
Shirley doesn't know this.
Come on, Christopher.
I was lucky too to get to sing this to Shay dozens of times in the last week of her life. Shirley wrote some beautiful words, but it was kind of a send-off for Shay. And now that we're memorializing her, I've written one final little verse to sum it up. I have no accompaniment, so gather in close. No microphone.
Sorry.
Good morning, good day. We're expecting you, Shay. The bright sun is rising. It's a brand new day. Get ready for flight in the day or the night. Spirit is ready, time is right. So hang on as you go to the people you know. We send you with cheers and tears that will flow. It's been so much fun, you've had a great run. Your spirit is ready, this time you have won. Good morning, good day, I'll be seeing you, Shay, in the clear blue sky of a bright sunny day. In the wind and the rain, I still hear your name. Your voice echoes onward, a constant refrain. Thank you very much.
Even now, her memory is so vivid with all of us. Just yesterday, I got an email from a friend, and he said, I really wish I could be there, but I just had a back operation. And some of you, Bill and Joni and Nambi, you know that Frank Shorter is not someone who's very good at displaying his emotions. And he said, I've written a letter to Shay, and maybe you'll scotch tape it on the bench for me. And Lorraine may get it after a day or two, but I will. Dear Shay, I miss you and will never forget how you were there to guide me during a truly frightening and uncertain time in my life. You supported and reassured me in your unique, soft, gentle way. And as you cared for me, I was allowed a very personal glimpse inside you. What I saw and felt cannot be described in words. You loved and nurtured so many. I was blessed to have been one. With love, Frank. And many of you were at the memorial celebration that we did for Shay last March. And Christopher, I think 2 weeks ago, posted it, the video of it, the link, on his Facebook page. And a day or two later, I get a letter from a woman whom I barely knew. Hadn't seen for 25 years. She's living in California. And she says, "Hello, George. Just a quick note of reflection on Shay after watching your beautiful memorial for her. After all these years, I was inspired again by this lovely woman, which brought back extraordinary memories and uplifted me for the rest of my days. Your comment, she was tolerant, with that rare gift to be tolerant of the intolerant, has stayed with me. I've always thought that I would like to be more like her, selfless, never chasing accolades, and always a person with such incredible compassion. I'll never forget coming to your house for the first time to help her plan the Runner's World 25th Anniversary Gala. Shay welcomed me into your home like I'd always belonged there as a friend. She glowed. I was so nervous. Here I was, helping to plan the party to celebrate this great city with the world's greatest runners in attendance. I could have been a nervous wreck being at the house of someone I truly admired, but Shay's glorious smile, her sparkling dancing eyes, the gentle touch on the arm to tell me where we could get more of this or that. That night is still a treasured moment, full of everything positive. It's even more special since here I was in my first job that I loved, far from home and having just moved into my own apartment. And for the first time in my life, I was having severe panic attacks, an anxiety I'd never felt before. How could that be? Soon I was to learn that I had OCD and was on the path, a very long path to learning how to cope and thrive despite it. What do people think of me? How do they feel about what I said? Did I say the wrong thing? Anxiety will do that to a person. And here was Shay. Every time I saw her, I felt special, appreciated, loved by someone I barely knew. What an extraordinary gift this woman was to the world. Now she is sparkling with the stars and the sun, and the spirit is still with us all. And I've asked Christopher if he'd sing again one of Shay's very, very favorites, Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops all way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, when all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble to the ground. Heaven opens a magic lane, when all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place beyond the sun, just a step behind the rain. Somewhere way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream, they do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I be happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow? Why, oh why can't I?
How does it happen that someone who knew Shay 25 years ago and not well could talk about her the way this woman did? And yet, I think we all know the answer to that. You sensed that your life was of the utmost importance to her. And it was. She always wanted to hear your story. And like this woman, we all felt better being in her presence. And to think that I got to spend a quarter of a century with this incredible woman. I wish I could tell you the recipe for a love story like ours, but what I can tell you is that when it happens, it's just magical. I ended our memorial celebration with a quote from James Joyce. She lived and loved and laughed and left, and the world will never be the same. So let's now, in this spectacular place, looking at the Bow Bridge, the Bethesda Fountain, the boathouse where Shay and I got married 26 years ago this month, in this incredible place. Let's take a look at this rustic bench. And Sean, and of course Reese, will show us what's here. Okay, Reese, let it happen.
Yay!
Shay's bench. She taught us a master class in how to live a life. And the other one says George's bench. And someday, David and Sean and Ian, someday I hope in the very distant future, can take it down and they can add something to it. Cindy and Rachel. By then, Reese is part of that decision.
Nodding along.
They can add whatever they like. But they, and we could do a lot worse than saying, he truly loved this woman. So now you know where to come. With a cup of coffee, a book, a friend, a loved one, or just with your thoughts of this incredible woman. And as we stroll on back, our little procession will be accompanied by Christopher singing the Beatles song, In My Life. And thank you for coming on this beautiful day. There you go. Right. You're singing.
Right?
Okay, you can carry it. Sing it.
All right, this way?
Yeah. Hey, mister.